good rules, zero insecurity, good job and lucrative job employment, no strike at all in any institution, good hospitals, steady electricity without a blink for no reason, good water supply to every house, good policy by the government to make business thrive, good hospitals with everything necessary it needs. Those above the age of 60 to be placed on a particular salary. Those below the age of 18 to be placed on a particular salary. Every pregnant woman to be placed on a particular salary from the day she gets pregnant till some few months after she gives birth. Good leaders, good economy, and good environment. With most or all of these things I mentioned and more, with all of these things I mentioned and more that I forgot to mention, I assure you, we'll have less people in our worship places. When I say our worship places, I mean the church, the mosques. We'll have less people to it. I'm trying to make you see a reason that our condition is part of why religion or whatever it is thriving in our land. And I'm not angry with people that are religious or whatever it is, because we are not being religious just because we actually want to be. We are being the way we are because we have been programmed to be so. We have been conditioned to be so. We have been caged to be so. Because it is when you look at your front, bad road. You look at your back, no work. You look at your right, no admission for school. You look at your left, hospitals, strike, frustration everywhere. That's when you will think of what will you hold to get to have a leverage. All these things is leverage. We are using them as leverage. At least let's not be like I don't have anything to lean on, so we are looking for this easier thing to lean on. Just like I always tell people, you will never see a very in this our world today, a very wealthy Hausa man from the north, a very wealthy Muslim Hausa man from the north. What I mean a very wealthy, I'm talking of the likes of Dangote, Ganduje. You understand? Very wealthy. I'm not talking about an average wealthy person. You never see a very wealthy northerner. You will never see his son on the streets as an almanjiri. That's a fact. It might pain us or pain some people to this particular spot, but that's a fact. Same way you never see a very wealthy Yoruba man, the likes of Otedola and the rest. You will never see their child or their son or whatever child they have in the church falling and rolling on the floor due to anointing. Rolling on the floor, dating the expensive clothes being bought to them by their parents because they fell under anointing. It is only the poor, the average person that falls under anointing. Same way you never see an Igbo man, a very wealthy Igbo man, the likes of Ato Eze, Obi Kubana. You will never see their children in churches as church rats, those doing all the errand for church. Morning they are in church, afternoon they are in church. I was a victim of such something. Afternoon they are in church, night they are in church, every time they are in church, they are never in their own house. They don't even take care of their own house, neither do they do work at their own house. You never see such. And in totality, in summing it up, you never see any of these people, any of these rich people from all these tribes I call this three major tribes. You will never see their son as thugs during elections or as thugs going to pick a ballot box and run. You will never see it. No, sir. It doesn't happen that way. It is the condition that we find ourselves in that is making us to be. I tell people, you are all these religious, you are shouting, yeah, I don't understand the things of the spirit. I'm kana. It's because you are still suffering. Otitola children copy that is in UK or where? Have you seen how? I don't even know if she even goes to church. Poverty condition you to look for anything as a leverage. Just like you are driving your Ferrari on a road or on a lonely road that is known to be dangerous, and it breaks down just like that without any reason, the only thing that will come to your mind is how to live there with that car or how to live there without that car. And if it is a man that is carrying a horse, if that man comes around and offer to tow your Ferrari, your expensive Ferrari you bought with $1,000,000, to tow your Ferrari out of that location, I tell you, that will be the only leverage you will see. You will use your hand to help tie your car to the back of that donkey, so that anyhow let that car be towed out of that dangerous place. Because you know, in some few minutes, it's either you are gone or both you and the car are gone. Yes, it's because we don't have a better alternative. We don't have a better option that we choose. Just like when they say half bread is better than none. It's because you don't have a better alternative or a better option. If you have a better option or a better alternative, you go for the whole loaf. If possible, you go for the bakery. Leave half bread. You are only going for half bread because half bread is the only thing you can see at that time. That's also the fact. So I'm trying to say, if we have things working in our country, we will have less to be worried with our head. It is frustration. Frustration is why you see someone falling and rolling on the floor, shouting. They are frustrated. When you start singing those worship emotional songs, it makes them to remember all their problems. They will be frustrated. Nothing is pushing them down. What pushes them down is their frustration and their trouble. The trouble will raise you up and knock you down. I'm telling you, I'm not a religious person. There's a way that these people will sing or whatever it is. You will remember your problem. You will tears will just start dropping. Just like a young man on his wedding day. He saw his wife coming into the aisle and walking through the aisle of the church, and he started shedding tears. What is he shedding tears for? Has he never seen that woman before? Is it the first time he's seen the woman? Is it over happiness? I mean, he's crying for the money he spent. I mean, he's crying that he haven't told the woman before. People, someone you have been, meko together. What is the crying for? The crying is uncalled for. Yeah, it's uncalled for. You are just being pretentious of what will I say. So what I'm saying, with the necessary things we need, only if we have those necessary things, that's the only time we could be able to beat our chest and say, yes, we are religious because we want to be. That's the only time. That's why when you see an African or a Nigeria that leaves the country and go outside and start seeing better life, using train, making calls, using Wi-Fi, you see his level of religiousness will reduce to a certain extent. Some won't even be religious anymore. We need all these necessary things in our life. Follow me on TikTok at Mikoyo123, on Facebook Some Kelechukwu Amuzie, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Mikoyo Talks. Thank you.